back to my channel. Today I'm wearing my glasses because I am not actually doing a makeup look. I actually just did a makeup look and I'm wearing an old sweater I was wearing in my last video. I am sharing my top 5 best and worst mascaras that I have tried and used in the clean beauty space. Now I actually have a few more than just these, but these are the ones I've rallied up. Some of the other ones are kind of just like meh in between, things that I don't really have anything bad to say and things that just really aren't ones I reach for all the time. So let's get into it. In case any of you are wondering, all I have right now on my lips is the Fitglow lip serum in the shade Nudie. Really like these, super hydrating, adds a little bit of color. That's all I have to say. So I think what we'll do is we'll start off with the worst and then we'll move on to the best, just to kind of lighten up the rest of the video with my top favorites. So I've got 5 of each category. Let's jump into it and share my thoughts. So the very first mascara here is the 100% pure maracuja oil mascara. This is the volumizing one, colored with black tea leaves. It's meant to be the color black tea. This was one of my very first mascaras that I had purchased when I first transitioned to green and clean. This is probably very much expired now and it needs to go in the trash. However, I've held on to it just to share in a video. I was just really never impressed with this mascara. For someone who was first going into green beauty, I honestly was like, this mascara made me not believe in green beauty because it just didn't do a lot for my lashes. It's not that it's a bad mascara, it does coat your lashes. It isn't really smudge resistant. I did find that it smudged a bit. This smells really nice. It does smell very natural. I mean, right now it smells kind of bad because I think it's expired. But yeah, I didn't like the way that this performed. I really think that when I was comparing it to my conventional mascaras, this just looked like crap. And some of you really like this mascara, some of you just love the brand just because of how natural they are. And don't get me wrong, I do like some products from 100% Pure, just their mascaras did not wow me. And I just don't really like their packaging either. So this was recommended to me and I was very disappointed with the performance of this. The next mascara I have here is pretty much done. I've actually used all of it, which is surprising that it's in my worst mascaras, especially because if you're an OG subscriber, you would know that I used to wear this and actually really liked it for a long time. But that was before I came across all of my favorites. So it's not to say that this doesn't perform well in terms of lengthening and volumizing my lashes. I actually really liked the way that this made my lashes look. I thought they always looked super long, super volumized. The bristle was great. It's kind of this like twisty, fibrous bristled brush. The only thing that really I didn't like about this mascara is that it smudged like crazy. It wasn't at all water resistant or even just like, I remember walking outside, lots of snow, let's just say, was falling, and I came home and I had raccoon eyes. And so that is why it is on the worst. Yes, I do like the way it makes my lashes look. It just does not hold up, and I can't recommend a mascara that just smudges like crazy. So this one is on my worst list for that reason. Another mascara that I think I tried once and just never tried again because I was so unimpressed with it, it is the Perez, the Avocado waterproof mascara. So this one claims to be waterproof. First of all, that brush is so unimpressive. It just really doesn't look like it's going to do anything for your lashes, and it doesn't. It barely lengthens, it barely volumizes. If anything, it just made my lashes black. Like it looked like I had no additional volume, no additional length, just a little bit of a tint, and I was super unimpressed. And even if it was waterproof and it held up in a shower, I still wouldn't wear this because I don't think it does anything for my lashes. So this one was pretty disappointing. The next mascara here is the Hynt Nocturne mascara. Now, out of the 5 that I'll be discussing, I wouldn't say this is the worst. I would say this is probably the best of the worst. And the only reason why it's in my worst is that it just doesn't give me the lengthening that I like with a mascara. So in terms of delivering the lashes I want, I don't think it's the best mascara. I wouldn't call it necessarily the worst of the worst, but it just gives you very natural looking mascaras, and compared to the other mascaras I own, it's just not one I ever reach for, and so it is going into my worst pile. But not to say that some of you might not enjoy this. If you really like super just natural feathery lashes, I can't even say feathery because feathery sounds good, but like just very natural lashes, you may like this one. I'll show you what the bristles look like. It's just, and look how clumpy that is. It just got super clumpy. I think this just dries really quickly. Again, I just find that the bristle's not really impressive. There's no curve, there's no twirl, there's just nothing that's really different for a relatively expensive mascara. And lastly, I have the Avocado Beauty mascara. I actually recently just did a side-by-side comparison using this in a recent video, and it wasn't great. It wasn't the worst again, but I was really hopeful that this would be a really cool mascara just because of that really extreme bend that this has. I thought it was going to make it super easy to get into those inner corner lashes, and I have the issue of always getting mascara on my upper lids in my lash line, and I thought maybe with the curve this would be less likely to happen, but no. I mean, I still had the issue. I didn't think it did an amazing job. I had to apply a lot of coats to just basically get the same look that I would go for 1 to 2 coats with one of my other mascaras, and so I just really wasn't impressed with this mascara. So that's why it's in my top 5 worst mascaras I've tried. Alright, so now that we've been super negative, let's get into the top 5 mascaras that I own that I really enjoy. So it is probably a good thing to note that I really like lengthening lashes. I feel like lengthening is a little bit more important to me than volumizing, though I still do like a mascara that will do both, and I'll tell you the mascaras that do both here. And then yeah, I'll get into the benefits of each of the mascaras, why I like them, when I use them, etc. So I'm going to start off with the 2 mascaras that I own that have much more of a silicone-y brush, in a plastic kind of brush, something that's a lot more stiff. It doesn't have those fibrous bristles, and I find these types of mascaras do an amazing job at lengthening your lashes. They just kind of grab onto your lashes and pull them up, and I feel like whenever I want super long lashes, I tend to go for the ones with the plastic bristles. So I have 2 here. This is the Sappho New Paradigm Vegan Black Mascara. Now this is, again, like I mentioned, a plastic bristled brush. And this one does such a good job of just like grabbing the lashes, lengthening it. I did use it today, and it just does a really good job at lengthening my lashes. It doesn't really do a lot for separating and volumizing. I feel like it kind of makes it look like I have, I don't want to say less eyelashes, but it doesn't look super voluminous. It definitely doesn't give you the false eyelash look, but it does add a lot of beautiful length. And so when I'm doing a little bit of a less dramatic makeup look or something that's super natural, I do like going for these brushes. The next mascara that's similar to the Sappho one in terms of the plastic bristled brush is the Ilia Limitless Lash Mascara. So again, this is one of those plastic wands. The one different thing about this wand versus the Sappho wand is that this wand actually has 2 different sides. One of them almost looks like a comb, and the other one looks like it has a little bit more of an hourglass shape and different length bristles. So I've never really noticed this until the other day when I was doing a video, but I do find this does a little bit more volumizing than the Sappho, but still lots and lots of lengthening, and I just really like the way my eyelashes look when I wear this. I feel like I've just got like spidery long lashes. So these are my top favorites for really lengthening mascaras. Now for super volumizing mascaras yet also adding length, the Fitglow Beauty, this is the Vegan Lash Plus, I believe it's called, and this mascara has that kind of pine coney, fir tree, fibrous brush. It's kind of got more of like a hair-like bristled brush. It's not as stiff and plasticky as the previous two. Really unique shape. I like how the end is a bit thicker, so you can really get those outer lashes full and voluminous, and then you can get precision still with the tapered end in the inner corner and the bottom lashes. I always find that when I wear this, I can achieve very falsy lashes kind of look without actually applying lashes, and I just really like this mascara. I tried it again recently after being on, like, you know, the Ilia and Sappho kind of train for a while, and I just remembered how much I like this. This is actually my second tube, and it's just such a good mascara. It's really good for both the lengthening and volumizing, and definitely one I will continue to repurchase. The other thing that's really great about this mascara is that there are so many lash benefiting ingredients. It is supposed to also kind of help strengthen, nourish, and subsequently grow your lashes, so I really like that aspect of this mascara as well. Then I have, this is the Lily Lolo, what is this one? This is one of their two mascaras they have. I believe this is their volumizing one, and this one has an hourglass shape to it. And this mascara, again, is really good at volumizing and separating and creating a very fluttery, feathery mascara, or feathery lash look. So this one is definitely one I use less frequently than the other four in the top 5 that I'm mentioning, but it is a really good volumizing mascara. So if you're someone who cares more about volumizing than lengthening, this is a good mascara, and it does run you less expensive than the Fitglow mascara. So if budget is something that you're interested in, or that really is an important factor, then the Lily Lolo is definitely a more budget-friendly option in terms of the ones I am talking about. And lastly, this is the Well People Expressionist Volumizing Mascara. This is a new launch for Well People. I did also feature this in a video. I was doing a side-by-side comparison of these two. This is the mascara I've probably been wearing the most frequently. I do really like the original Well People Expressionist Mascara, which again ties into the plastic wands, plastic bristles, and does very great at lengthening the lashes. I like this because it does the same in terms of lengthening. I think it adds a little bit more volume. I just find when you're doing volume, it's really hard to achieve volume with just the plastic bristles, but when you get these more fibrous hair-like bristles, I feel like it just helps to feather them out a lot more. And this is in the shade Brown, and this is something I've actually never really worn or purchased brown mascaras before, but I actually really like this brown mascara. It's super, super dark brown. It's almost like a chocolate brown, and when you're wearing it, you can't really tell it's a brown, but I do think it gives you a little bit of a softer look. And I really enjoy this mascara, for volumizing and lengthening, but I also really like that they've come out with a brown mascara, and I think it looks really beautiful. Some of these other mascaras, they only come in black. You don't have a lot of color options, so I do like that there's a brown. I never thought I would be a brown mascara kind of gal, but I do really like this one. Those are all the mascaras. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope you found it informative. I hope you guys learned something. If for whatever reason any of the worst mascaras I talked about you like, that's totally fine. Like I mentioned, a lot of it is personal preference with just the more natural looking lash. Or if there's a mascara in here that I said was some of the best in my opinion, and you just don't like it. I want to know, is there one I mentioned that's your worst, my best, or my worst but your best? I want to know about it. These are obviously all my own opinions, but just to give you a little bit of a idea of what they do, what to expect, and hopefully give you a little bit of guidance as you are trying to purchase a mascara, because I definitely don't want you to buy 10 mascaras before you find your perfect one. So hopefully this video was found helpful for you guys. If you like these types of clean beauty videos, make sure to hit the subscribe button down below, give it a thumbs up, leave a comment, and hit the bell notifications if you guys want to know and be updated of new videos, as I am posting a lot more than I used to. Okay, thanks so much for watching, guys, and I will see you in my next video. Bye!